What if beauty itself became the deadliest addiction on earth? Not fame, not power. Beauty. A single treatment that promises perfection, therefore changing faces, bodies, or entire lives forever. Sounds tempting, right? That exact temptation sits at the heart of a new science fiction nightmare called The Beauty, scheduled to premiere on January 21st, 2026. This is not a glossy fashion drama. This is body horror with teeth, therefore stay with me because the deeper you go, the darker it gets. The series comes from Ryan Murphy, a creator known for turning human fears into pop culture obsessions. This time, he teams up with Matt Hodgson to adapt a cult comic written by Jeremy Haun or Jason A. Hurley. The original story asked a disturbing question. If physical perfection were free, who would refuse it? The show takes that idea further, therefore exposing the price hidden beneath flawless skin. In this world, beauty is no longer genetic luck or expensive surgery. It is a disease that spreads willingly. People line up to become perfect. Wrinkles vanish. Scars disappear. Pain fades. What nobody sees at first is the cost. Bodies start failing. Identities collapse. Control shifts toward unseen forces pulling the strings. Leading the cast is Evan Peters as Cooper Madsen, a man trapped between truth or survival. Peters has built a reputation for playing characters who crack under pressure, therefore he feels perfectly placed here. Anthony Ramos steps in as a mysterious assassin whose loyalty remains unclear. Jeremy Pope brings emotional weight to a story that desperately needs humanity. One casting choice stands out immediately. Ashton Kutcher plays a character known only as the Corporation. Not a name, a concept. This role represents profit without a face, therefore making the villain feel uncomfortably real. Rebecca Hall joins as Jordan Bennett, a figure caught between moral resistance or personal ambition. The supporting cast raises even more eyebrows. Isabella Rossellini appears in a recurring role, adding prestige or mystery. Guest appearances include Bella Hadid, Vincent D'Onofrio, Ben Platt, or Billy Eichner. These names are not random. They reflect the show's obsession with image, celebrity, or public obsession. Production began in New York City during late 2024, therefore grounding this futuristic horror in real urban environments. Street locations replace glossy soundstages, which makes the transformation feel closer to home. Leaked set reports describe practical effects over heavy CGI. That choice matters, because body horror works best when it feels physical. The release strategy is carefully designed. The first 3 episodes drop on premiere day via FX or Hulu. Weekly episodes follow, therefore stretching the conversation across months. International audiences receive the show simultaneously on Disney+, signaling massive confidence in global appeal. One detail horror fans should not ignore is the music. The score comes from Matt Quayle, known for unsettling soundscapes that crawl under the skin. Music in body horror is not background noise. It is psychological manipulation, therefore expect discomfort even during quiet moments. At its core, the beauty is not really about appearance. It is about control. Who decides what perfection looks like? Who profits from insecurity? Why do people willingly surrender autonomy for acceptance? These questions feel painfully relevant in a social media-obsessed culture where filters already distort reality. Ryan Murphy has teased scenes involving extreme physical transformation, exploding bodies, or beauty rituals gone wrong. That imagery is shocking, yet the real horror lies elsewhere. The true fear comes from recognition. This world does not feel impossible. It feels one step away. January 21st, 2026 marks more than a premiere. It marks a challenge to viewers. Would you take the cure if it made you perfect? Would you ignore the warning signs? Or would you fight a system built to exploit desire itself? That question is why people will keep watching. Not for gore alone. Not for celebrity cameos. They will watch because the beauty holds up a mirror, therefore asking whether perfection is worth losing everything that makes us human.